Hey guys, welcome back to Mesha's Corner. Today I'll be making an easy, simple barbecue chicken dinner. Yes, another chicken recipe. But yeah, let's get started. So we're going to season up the chicken really well. I'm going to start with my McCormick Grill Mates barbecue spice. I'm going to put it all down in here. You need to use a whole lot of it. Then I'm also going in here with some Scotch bonnet pepper sauce, which is absolutely optional. I like the heat, that's why I'm using it, but you don't have to. Just leave it out. Then I'm also going to use some garlic powder, some salt. Not too much salt because there's salt in the McCormick, and I already added my black pepper down in here. So I'm going to mix this up really well and let it marinate for maybe an hour or two, and then we're going to move on. Okay, so this is what it looks like, nice and seasoned up. The parts of the chicken that I'm using is the bone-in chicken breast and chicken legs. You can definitely use this recipe on any part of the chicken that you prefer. Just use the proper cooking method and you're fine. And by the way, the barbecue sauce that I'll be using is Sweet Baby Ray's. If I'm not making my own barbecue sauce from scratch, that's my go-to barbecue sauce. So yeah, now we're gonna move on to the potatoes. Okay, so I have my chicken in my pan. I preheated my oven to 425 degrees. I really want some color on my chicken, so that's why I'm doing that temperature. And you're gonna cook it until your chicken is cooked all the way through and the juices run clear. I'm probably gonna need maybe an hour on my chicken. And it also depends on the type of oven you have. So maybe an hour, hour and a half on 425. Okay guys, we're going to work on the barbecue sauce. We're not doing much to it because it's already good. But I added 3 cloves of garlic chopped in my little pot and a little bit of water to thin it out. Or you can use chicken stock, wine, alcohol, use whatever you need to use to thin out your barbecue sauce. To this, I'm also going to add some more of that barbecue spice that we used on the chicken. And a couple tablespoons of butter with a couple pats of butter. So that's probably a tablespoon of butter that I cut in half. And put it on the stove, let it simmer for 10 minutes on medium-low. And then we're going to smear all the chicken with the barbecue sauce. After 1 hour, this is what my chicken looks like. Now I'm just going to take my barbecue sauce and just spoon it over the chicken. And I'm going to do this about 2 or 3 times within the next 15 minutes. And by that, the barbecue sauce is going to set up on the chicken and the chicken will be cooked all the way through. All that garlic smells great. The garlic is optional too, guys. You don't have to do that. You can just basically just pour your barbecue sauce on your chicken if that's what you prefer, but I never just use barbecue sauce straight out the bottle. You're going to pop this back in the oven for another 5 minutes, pull it back out, and we're going to baste it one more time or maybe twice depending on how much barbecue sauce you have left. And then I'm going to move on to mashing my mashed potatoes. Alright, so my potatoes are nice and cooked. Now we're going to kick it up a notch. I'm going to start by adding my butter down in there. Maybe a little more. Woo. Making a mess already, right? Then I'm going to add lots and lots of chopped fresh parsley. You can use scallions or whatever herb you prefer in your mashed potatoes. I'm also going to add some cheese. And I'm also going in here with some sour cream. Yes, these mashed potatoes are pretty rich. I'm going to mash this all together before I add my milk because I don't want the milk to cool the mashed potatoes down before the butter and the cheese melt. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'll be right back. So I added the amount of milk that I needed for it to get to the consistency that I prefer. So just make sure you watch it and add the amount that you like your mashed potatoes to look like. This is what mine's look like, and now I'm going to move on to the spinach. Okay, so I sauteed some onions and garlic in my pot. Now I'm going to add my spinach in. If I could get it all down in there. And I'm also going to add salt and pepper to this, and then I'm just going to keep mixing it for about 30 seconds. Cut the stove off and it'll be nice and bright green but cooked. That's what I like, but if you want to continue cooking it, that's totally fine. This is what the meal looks like right here. I have my barbecue chicken here looking nice and juicy. Then my spinach right here still looking nice and green, and my mashed potatoes. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick recipe, and comment below, let me know what you think, and I'll see y'all next time on my next video. Bye guys.